Welcome to Tigers Untapped, a Bluff City media podcast. Stepping up to the microphone are your hosts, Trey Lasley and TJ Willis. Now, let's get to the show.
What it do, ladies and gents? Tigers Untapped. T-Ray with TJ and Kenneth. Episode 149's live. We almost made 150 eps. We may not get there. We shut the programs down. This may be the last episode ever done. We didn't even reach 150.
Or all the is that what you're hearing? The programs are going to all get shut down?
Probably needs to be what happens, except for one, and we'll talk about that on the top. But first, TJ, tell the people at home what our last beer ever is. Okay.
All right. We're starting. We're failing.
No, you got me now. I double tapped, unfortunately. Have you seen the movie Wedding Crashers? It's like at the back end of the movie, and Owen Wilson is like super upset, and Vince Vaughn calls his like leaves a voicemail, and it's just like whatever. It's kind of what it feels like these are right now. Feels like what we're doing here. This isn't going to work, is it?
No, your brick wall's bleeding, so I'll show. We're drinking Ghost River's Runaround.
Brown ale.
Little brown ale.
Runaround. It's a brown ale.
5.5%.
It's like your favorite Memphis mutt. This light and malty sweet brown ale is a perfect blend of all things good. I can tell you what's not a perfect blend of all things good. Tiger Athletics. Not right now, at least.
Cool. I didn't know that this was a. I was wondering what the dog was on here.
It looks like
people to head over and foster or adopt a dog. That's great.
All right, that's kind of cool. I didn't know that. I thought it was like the bar dog.
That really hits close to home because I have a mutt. You know.
You do.
Cute little mutt.
Stole him. Trey actually stole this dog.
Hey, shout out to the one. I'll say one of two. I'm not going to say the only successful, but one of two. Women's soccer.
Yeah, man.
Winning their first round game 2-1 over Illinois here on campus. They take on TCU, right? The 2 seed.
Yeah, in Fort Worth.
In Fort Worth on Thursday, I believe.
Thursday,
right?
Yep.
For a shot at the Sweet 16. So shout out to the ladies. They got screwed by the NCAA with their seeding. I don't even know how that happens when you're a top 5 ranked team all year long and then you're a 7 seed.
From what I understand, and just to offer some clarity, the rankings are not done by the NCAA. It's done by an outside source. And so the outside source ranks them, and the NCAA they don't have anything to do with it until the seeding happens and they bring them into the tournament. And so that's how
all polls work, Kenny.
No,
yeah,
like
it kind of sounds like every
the AP has nothing to do with the NCAA. But at least it's pretty consistent.
I guess it's not.
I'm just saying that's a massive discrepancy for a team to be ranked number 3, and because they lose in their conference tournament on penalty kicks, not even straight up, that they're a 7 seed, which I don't know how you get overall. I don't know what the overall seeding was, but that means that they could have been the 28th seed.
Yeah,
you know, like
it's weird.
I don't know.
It's happened quite a bit, right? Like,
seems crazy.
Here's the thing: is that none of us know how any of that seeding process works, but it seems to be what were they 16, 0, and 3? So technically they're undefeated, and I think they were the only undefeated team entering the tournament. Apparently, you get no love for that.
They also wasn't Vandy like the number 1 overall seed, and they beat Vandy? Tied Tennessee, who was a 3 seed in their region.
I think wasn't Tennessee number 1 or 2 in the rankings when they tied them in Memphis?
Something like that. Yeah.
Anyway,
we had a Friendsgiving on Saturday. We had the game on over there. It was fun. We didn't get to watch it wire to wire, but we saw one of the goals. Do what?
So we saw bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, look like a good crowd over there at Park Avenue campus. But shout out to the ladies, and then shout out. I don't have a banner for this, but shout out to the rifle team.
Mm.
I was going to point out the rifle.
The two athletic programs that are carrying the University of Memphis at the moment. If I had a say in it, all of the FedEx NIL money would go to the women's soccer team and the rifle team.
You can give up your bonus for it.
We've already done that, but we don't get to choose what happens. I think they knocked off the #1 rifle team in the country like a week ago.
Yeah, they beat Army, which is wild.
They just took down number 15 Army. I know this because Kirk Downs sends me 15 emails a day about rifle. Kenny gets that, I'm sure.
It's funny. I don't get any of those. Yeah, knocked off number 15 Army. We're number 6.
It's because they hate you.
Yeah. Okay. So they beat #1 Kentucky. That's funny that we were number 6, beat #1.
I'm gonna be honest.
Move up any?
Do you know what small bore is? Small bore? I don't either. I'm. Well, is that not like the center? Because I'm looking at the Tiger scorecard, right? And I see this. I see small bore, and there's like a separate category of air rifle, a second category or third category of aggregate, and then a fourth category of centers. I don't know what any of that means. I'm going to be real honest with you. Maybe we need to start watching some rifle.
I'm about to start going to rifle matches.
Can you go to them, you think?
I don't see why.
Where do they even have that at?
Probably South Campus.
I thought it was in Trey's old dorm.
I think our rifle range is over there off Park.
Yeah.
Get well.
Wait. I thought it was in the same building your dorm was.
Gunshots all the time when we lived over there. Wasn't that what that was?
Something like that.
A rifle team. No.
I don't know. I'm trying to look this up at the same time, and I'm getting nowhere. So if you're on the rifle team,
information, we're just giving shout outs to TJ. We're trying to find the good in the athletic program these days because it doesn't exist on the freaking football field. 8-3. We've lost back-to-back games. The game that TJ and I warned you about back in August.
Yeah, you did. That's crazy.
And it sucks because it was there for the taking. You had multiple opportunities to win that game. It sucks watching Belu play hurt. It sucks watching our defensive backs be worthless.
Asterisk there. They are down a couple of people, just to throw that out there. But still. You're down at least 2 starters, right?
Just when you thought, every time we get a glimmer of hope, we immediately just slam the door on it. The light barely starts shining through. And we're like, nope, F that, make it pitch black in this.
We're like, shout out Navy, man. They just creaked the door open from Memphis, right?
I mean, gave you a shot. Now, obviously, there were still things that would have to happen. Tulane would need to lose one. But if you had won out, if you'd won at East Carolina and then you found a way to win next Thursday, and either North Texas or Tulane ended up dropping another one, I think you were in.
You were in.
You were in.
Yep.
You weren't going to host, which is fine, but you were in.
Didn't we talk about this? And I said that Navy had a good chance of beating USF, and Kenny told me I was crazy. Is that who that was?
I mean, probably. I thought it was a good shot. Them going up to Annapolis.
No, he's not.
I'm not on mute.
He was for a second. His mouth was, and then the voice followed.
That was just something. I've had this head cold. That's just something that's happening. I don't know. No, we had a glimmer of hope. I was reeling back in. I felt good after Sutton broke off that 85-yard touchdown run.
Absolutely.
Took the lead into half. He actually held East Carolina to 10 first half points. And then you get the lead late, and I think everyone and their mother knew that East Carolina was going to go down and score.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Now, I didn't think they were going to score in the fashion that they scored. Because that was a pretty disgusting catch. Let's be real.
Yeah.
But it's depressing, man. I don't know where we go from here. We're 8-3. We've never finished better than tied for third. And that was last season under Ryan Silverfield. We're about to see, at a minimum, the 8th different football team make the American Conference Championship since Ryan's been our head coach. It'll be 9 if Tulane doesn't make it. If Navy beats us and North Texas finishes undefeated and Tulane somehow loses, I would say my hope after if we had beaten East Carolina was that Tulane would drop this game at Temple this weekend. They didn't look that great against FAU in their homecoming win the other night. So watch, that's what's going to happen. Tulane's probably going to lose at Temple. And then you're going to have 9 different American football teams that have made the conference championship since Ryan became our head coach. You're not one of them. East Carolina may finagle their way in there. They literally fired their coach last season. Two weeks ago, we were on top of the G5 football world.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago we were talking about Ryan Silverfield being
not even played this season.
We've been talking about Ryan getting a new job. And now we're talking about Ryan may get a new job because he sucks at the current job he has. Isn't that wild? What a wild turn of events.
I'm in this horrible place where I'm like excited for Summerall and Golish and all these guys to get new jobs because I'm like, that's the only chance we have. Now I don't even know that that's true. East Carolina has a brand new coach and they're going to make the freaking championship game in year 1.
UAB has a brand new coach who's never coached a game before in his life and beat us.
And a freaking quarterback that's never played a collegiate snap.
But they put out things that we'd never seen before, right? So that's tough to defend.
It's absurd. It doesn't get any easier next year either because we freaking play Army for the first time. So Lord knows that's going to be a shit show probably. Never faced them. Didn't know what they were going to throw at us. Next year's away schedule sucks. Our home schedule sucks. It's just going to
schedule sucks too, though.
People are so turned off by the football program. We're going to have a totally renovated stadium next year. And nobody's going to want to go to games. Because they don't have any faith in the staff. Our home schedule sucks. What are we?
I think people will go to the games next year just because they want to see the new stadium.
Yeah, they'll go week 1 and then like, cool, we saw it.
Arkansas State game.
Is that who we?
And then they're done. I think so. Well, it could be. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. It's set for September 5th. So, I mean, I guess you could technically squeeze in a game before then, but very unlikely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah.
We got to
you don't like the home slate of Arkansas State, UT Martin, UAB, Army, ECU, Temple? That doesn't do it for you?
ECU would be fine. I guess Army's fine because it's new. We haven't played them.
Yeah. It's at least fun.
Temple, whatever. Don't care. UAB, do not care. I mean, I guess from a revenge factor, but I mean, how many people from this year's team are even going to be on next year's team? I don't know.
We can copy and paste that statement for a little later on in the episode.
I can't even talk myself into, like, I don't want to go to the Navy game. It's on Thanksgiving night, and why am I going? What am I like? I'm sure as hell not. I don't want us to win, because then Ryan gets an extension on his freaking contract. Previously, I could probably talk myself into it if I thought like a bunch of the team was coming back and like, oh, we could be good next year. That's what I would do with Seth and the boys. But now it's like I mean, Belu's not back, Graham's not back, Whitlow's not back. Sutton just posted on Instagram he's signed with some new NIL agent, so that doesn't sound good.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It's definitely not ideal.
Here, let me pull it up. Literally just saw it before we got on here.
Oh man.
Yeah, but you could get Hawkins back, Brulin's back, Christian Ross, who hasn't done much this season, he's back.
It's not really coming through great, but it just says like, well, that is a Friendsgiving picture. Welcome home. So, see you.
You may legitimately not return. Let's see, 1, 2, 3 starters, maybe 4 starters on defense.
Who are you counting in that?
Kamari Wilson is a redshirt junior, so technically he may have a 5th year. DeMarco Ward can come back. Chris Bracey can come back. Rousseau looks like he may be able to come back. Yeah, I'm good with DeMarco Ward. I mean, he's obviously not picking everything off, take it to the house again. That was a little unrealistic to think that was going to stay about, but Kamari Wilson's been good. I'll take Kamari Wilson back. So you got Wilson, Ward, Bracey, and then Rousseau looks like he can come back.
Can we use some NIL funds to just?
That's really about it on defense.
Defensive line.
Well, can they technically? Yeah, probably. But they've made it very clear that that's not what they're doing. They had no interest in doing that.
Able to rush 3 and get pressure on us. And when we rush 3, freaking BYU has 6.5 minutes of game time to throw the football. Can we talk about the 4th and 1 decision, by the way? 4 minutes left inside the 20. Yeah, your
formation run to the left.
Your offensive line had played pretty well and done good with pass protection and opened up a couple holes for 3 quarters. But in the 4th quarter, they started struggling with 3 down linemen. So we're like, all right, let's bunch everybody up and then just try to shove it up the gut when they're getting pushed back by 3 defensive linemen. What are we doing? There was zero chance that play was ever working.
Well, I just think you kind of limit yourself there at all too, right? If you're just going to hand it off, what was it, 4th and 3? Was it 3 or 1?
I think it was a very long one. It was like 1.5.
Okay, regardless, if you hand it off, you're instantly limited to one option. If you pass it, you at least have the ability for him to throw it or he can run it, right? There's more than one outcome potential there. So I think it's just a wild play that's what they would check to. That's what they would go to, is just completely limit yourself down to that one play. Box everybody in and just put a hat on a hat. I think that's crazy to me, but why would you not spread everyone out? Give everybody some room and just let the defense beat themselves. Maybe it's short crossing routes. Maybe it's, Belo taking off and picking up the 2 yards, whatever it may be, right? It seemed like an interesting play. I'm assuming it was purely metrics.
I can make a move and I don't know, whatever. And then the defense did what it needed to and got you the ball immediately back. And you essentially went 3 and out and kicked a field goal. Like, whatever.
Didn't it feel like they kind of called plays in that in that field
Yes,
goal?
100%. It felt like they just wanted the field goal.
We're shooting for the field goal, yeah.
I don't know what to do.
I mean, it's wild to me. You had Sutton Smith once again only carried the ball 7 times in the game.
Why?
I mean,
it doesn't like
he gave you 109 yards, but only carrying the ball 7 times in that game. Greg only carried the ball 9 times in the game, but they were averaging almost 6 yards per carry. It's not like they were getting stopped, right? Like Sutton averaged 15 yards a carry. Obviously, he had that one long 84-yard touchdown run, but 15 yards per carry.
Mm-hmm.
Brendan Lewis 5.1 yards per carry. Greg DeWosier 5.9. I mean,
that's the other thing. Like, if you wanted to run it on that 4th and 1, like spread everybody out and give it to Greg or Sutton.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to do, like, I don't know. I mean, what do they? I mean, do we need? Is it Ryan's going to come back? You make coordinator changes. I don't feel like I've been. I don't feel like the offense has been. I mean, I don't want to sit here and say I feel like Cramsey should go. I don't know that that's true.
I just don't understand necessarily the if you look at the 30,000 foot view of the season at the beginning of the season compared to the end of the season, why they went so far away from what got them to where they were, right? The run game was everything. 40 rushes per game.
Yeah, it totally flipped. I mean, you were running the ball like 60% of the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know what, like, I feel like our defense has gotten worse and worse and worse every week.
It wouldn't surprise me if you see a move, and as much as I like Jordan Hankins, if you see a move off Jordan Hankins. Ryan has publicly said numerous times that he is not a fan of the big plays that the defense gives up. And from it sounds to me the way he's describing it, it sounds like this is an issue that we're not scheming the proper way and we're getting massive plays without the adjustments afterwards, right?
Yeah.
Like that's what it comes across as. And so him saying that specifically about the defense makes me think that there's probably going to be a move off Jordan. Not that I'm not wishing that. I think Jordan's a great guy, but I don't know.
I do too, and I don't know. That's why I hate that he was just promoted from within last time.
Yeah. Well, it's just interesting too because like the defense, the way it's set up and how they run quarters so often, it's like designed to stop a lot of those big explosive passing plays. Because and I know this doesn't sound fun and people may roll their eyes, but the American offenses are typically pretty big offenses, right? I mean, yes, you have Navy and Army, and I guess Rice now too, but you have some pretty big offenses, right? Like ECU can spread it, Tulane can throw it. Like,
God,
there are teams that do it.
Will we play Rice next year too?
I don't believe so.
Okay, I was about to say if we play 3 triple option teams next year, I'm going to lose.
Well, it seems like you'd be ready for it. You know what I mean?
Not if we have a new defensive coordinator.
Fair. It just seems like the defense is set up to stop those big plays and keeping the deep shots in front of you, but it seems like we're also giving up big plays and they're just going right underneath things, right? It's just once everybody's dropping back, they're just finding the gaps in the zone and they just park it and it's a 30-yard gain and that's okay, right? For them. They're obviously okay with that. So
Before we take a break, have you guys seen some of the ESPN bowl projections that came out today?
Didn't have us playing Iowa State again.
Look, I'm just saying it's a best of 3 series. The series is tied 1-1 right now, so that's what I like. I may be for it.
Isn't it at the Liberty Bowl?
Yeah, they have us in the AutoZone Liberty Bowl playing Iowa State again.
No, they don't.
I promise you, go look at it.
I saw it too. Yeah.
I seem to be Military Bowl, Birmingham Bowl, Boca Bowl.
That's where I'm like, see, the 2 years ago when it happened, I was all about that because your team had a chance to win 10 games and a lot of them were coming back. So I could like buy into being excited about that game, being excited about that win. But it's like, I don't.
It really is Iowa State versus Memphis in the Liberty Bowl.
Yeah, we weren't joking. It's a best of 3 series. This is the last.
I was kind of hoping you were.
I mean, obviously that's probably not what's going to happen. But anyway, it made me laugh.
It's pretty funny.
All right, let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk about even more depressing things. Because yesterday absolutely sucked when Josh Pastner came to the FedEx Forum. We'll be right back.
In the heart of the Highland Strip for 27 years, Trilogy Tattoo has helped tell stories for Memphians for generations. Located at 530 South Highland, Richie and his team are waiting to help you tell yours.
From tattoos to piercings, your body art should be as unique as you are. Voted a Memphis Flyer top 3 tattoo shop in the city of Memphis since day one. Your story will be safe here at Trilogy Tattoo.
Open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 11 to 11, and 3 to 11 on Sundays. They have convenient times waiting on you. Let Trilogy Tattoo help you tell your story.
How much of this is fixable with time?
I mean, I think you can maybe see the effort get better. I think they can probably rebound a little better, and they can start getting the right guys the ball more often. But beyond that, I think it's pretty fair to say that this team is capped to a certain extent. You may just be what you are.
If the question you're asking is what is fixable, and if it's fixed, will it produce what we saw last year or the year before, whatever it may be? If that's the ultimate goal, that might not be a proper goal for this team. The goal is to get the team fixable to where they can win the conference and make it to the NCAA tournament, and then potentially do some damage as they, go into the NCAA tournament. There are some things that are fixable. There are some things on this that we saw out there that are absolutely fixable. Tune in to Tigers Live with Francis Carlotta, live after every Memphis Tiger basketball game on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. Calling all Tiger fans, your place to watch the first round matchup between the Memphis Tigers and number 1 ranked Purdue Boilermakers is at Mugshots Grill and Bar in Collierville, Tennessee. 4:30 p.m. Thursday, November 20th. Come hang out with Bluff City Media at the South's premier sports bar. Great food, beer specials, and large television screens will make Mugshots the place to be to cheer on your Tiger basketball team. Also, Tigers Live, the premier Memphis Tigers postgame show, will be live after the game from Mugshots. Come hang out with us this Thursday.
To say that Zach Edey made an impact would be a huge understatement, I would argue. But the point differential with Ja, Said, Jalen, Jaron, and Zach Edey was plus 33.3, which would be in the 100th percentile in the league. 62.5% effective field goal range, 62.5 free throw rate. Both of those would be in the top 100%.
Shockingly, Zach Edey came in and made a positive impact. That's contrary to what you may hear on some of the shows that are aired on this network, but there's a couple of us that have stood by Zach Edey's side from the jump, and he proved me exactly right. Man, I love when people like that make me look smart. It just gives me hope for the future in this offense. Everybody played better. There was some new juice, and sometimes that's all you need. Fresh faces, a lineup switch up. You get the right players out there, it gives the team juice.
Tune into The Daily Grind with your host, Lute Hatmaker, every Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. live on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Oh, fellas, our Tigers fell to 1-2. And I feel way worse than I felt when I was coming home from Oxford on Tuesday night. Now I'm like, well, maybe Ole Miss is just not that good.
That's kind of what I saw in that Ole Miss game. Oh, they only lost by 6 points to Ole Miss, and I'm like, that ain't the Ole Miss I've seen in the past. But
I was looking through it from the lens of what had happened in the exhibition games. We're on the road, first road game with 15 new guys in a decent environment. I mean, it wasn't definitely wasn't the most raucous Ole Miss environment we've ever played in, but they also have a 6-year veteran pro from France on the court who looked head and shoulders better than everybody else. And now I'm questioning whether that dude would even be able to score in the university center on campus. So I didn't feel too bad after Tuesday's loss, but I feel pretty awful after what happened yesterday. You come in as 10-point favorites, basically.
Yep.
And I mean, just Josh Pastner and the Goonies ran you straight off your home floor. Never even stood a chance. You got up 5-0, and they said, "All right, we're going to score 8 quick ones and then blow you out."
And like with zero pushback.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was never even close ever.
Yeah, and not at one point in that game did it seem like, oh, Memphis is going to make a comeback here. I guess at one point, like, you did close the gap from like.
I mean,
15
most people
to
had,
10.
to be fair, didn't see this because they had either left or had stopped watching because we were down by 21 plus. We went to dinner with my parents tonight. My dad said, we've had season tickets for 55 plus years and never once have we left as close to after halftime as we left on Sunday.
Wow.
And they weren't the only ones. I heard Josh got a great ovation, though. I wasn't able to make it. We weren't there. But good for Josh, I guess.
Yeah. Did you watch the broadcast?
I mean, I had it on and off. Our family's been dealing with a little bit of a head cold situation. And I was also hanging Christmas lights yesterday. So I had it on my phone on and off, but
They spent the better part of the first half talking about Josh Pastner and coming home and all this kind of stuff. It was
Home?
They were comparing him to Jerry Tarkanian. They were calling it was
wow.
It was an absurd broadcast.
Wow. Okay. Well then.
I mean, I think the part that is so aggravating about that game is that they let a guy named Howie Fleming, who literally in 10 minutes,
Looks like a Howie.
In 10 minutes, the game before had 0 points and 5 fouls in 10 minutes.
I mean, he came in averaging 6 points a night. That's it. Like UNLV was down 3 starters. And then they were down like their 2 top bench guys. They were down like 5 of their top 7 players. I mean, what in the world? I'm starting to think we might need to go the UT Martin route.
What's that?
Have you guys heard about this? So they beat UNLV. UT Martin did. Go look at UNLV's roster. I mean, UT Martin's roster. It's like all Eastern European guys. They're all tall and lanky. They can all shoot it. What? TJ, why are you rolling your eyes?
No reason.
Give me Thetford and Majak next year and a bunch of European fellas that can just shoot the leather off the ball.
Who is the
anybody
pipeline?
that can just shoot the ball?
Who's
Honestly,
who's got the pipeline to Africa on this Memphis coaching staff? Because they had a guy come in on a visit today.
I saw that. Who
That-
said that the atmosphere at the game yesterday was awesome? I'm like,
brother.
oh,
you don't have to say that.
I literally made a comment because the stands looked so empty.
Yeah.
It was like
Can
I think
we
someone said maybe 3,500 people.
just a bit of advice to the game ops people? Can we not do things such as a whiteout? If you've got inside information on ticket sales for a particular game, let's put an axe in a whiteout if it's not evident that like at least the lower bowl is going to be full, please. Or if you're not going to just put t-shirts, because at least then the white t-shirts would still be over the chairs. I don't know.
Makes it look better.
Just something to think about moving forward.
I mean, bro, like we're 3 games into this season, and there are 2 or 3 starters on this team that are virtually unplayable at this point.
It doesn't even like, yeah.
Like I just
We're 3 games in the season, and Penny already looks defeated. In the post game, he didn't even know how to answer the questions. He was like, "I don't know what to tell you, dude." You know what I mean? Yeah. How do you go from? Where do you go from there?
It was like 4 or 5 weeks ago. He was saying this was his second most talented team he's ever had. What the hell happened?
And talented at what? Juggling?
I don't know. Maybe going 5-0. I mean, I don't know.
I don't think there was any expectation that Zach Davis and Aaron Bradshaw were going to be as bad as they are. Like, and that.
I mean, based on what though? Like, let's be honest. Zach Davis was terribly inefficient on a horrible South Carolina team.
Right.
So, like, what indicators were they looking at? They were like, this dude's going to come in. 1, he's going to be a winner, and 2, he's going to be awesome.
I think there's probably a theory of leveling down, right? Leveling down in competition. Like,
I mean,
because like let's not get it twisted.
New, right? We talked about this already.
Yeah, let's not get it twisted. It's not like UNLV is any good. Like that team that played Memphis, they were not good.
Well, let's not get it. That also wasn't even like
right
their starters. Right. I mean, we lost to UNLV's bench yesterday.
Yeah, it's not like we're sitting here going, man, UNLV starters, they just were so good and they just didn't miss shots. No, those guys were not very good, and they still boat raced the Tigers.
They shot like 24% from 3.
Yeah.
I mean,
we literally have talked about this. We established a team full of dudes that have done nothing. Like Doug is fine as a player, but that's a dude who's never been to the tournament. I don't do with that information what you will. It's not a dig at Doug.
Nice.
Dig at Doug is weird to say. But Zach Davis came from a shit team. Aaron Bradshaw came from a shit team. None of these dudes have been anything at their former schools. And we commented on this, right? It's like, cool, we're just assembling a team full of guys that haven't lived up to their potential yet, right? I mean, Quante Berry, I mean, there's hope there. Julius Thetford, there's hope there, right? There's little Kurt. Like there's things that you can see with those guys. I mean, but the problem is like the rest of them suck, frankly. Or just haven't put it together, however you want to word it. And you guys made a joke about how we're not going to see Tark Ingram, but I think you're going to see him because everybody else stinks.
Yeah, you have no other option.
Well, I mean, he came in and played 4 minutes, and I thought was relatively effective. Even if he wasn't great, he at least created some like stress on UNLV when he was in there. Like that's the problem that I see. And yes, I understand the idea of Simon Majok being a guy that you, as Penny put it last night, one of your cornerstones. Like literally the standard for being a cornerstone for this team right now is giving a shit about playing basketball. Like that's that's the part that is the scariest about this, is that it feels like you got multiple guys who are, and I know all the Twitter trolls and all that kind of stuff tend to think they know exactly how much each player is making in terms of NIL, and I don't know the answer to that. I don't know how much everybody's making, but your high dollar guys, the guys that you brought down a level from the SEC and from the Big Ten and all that, are guys that are just could look like they could care less. Like
there's no, I mean, yeah, there's a difference in not playing well and still playing hard, and then a combination of the both, like not playing well and not giving any effort at all.
Yeah.
I do
I
think
don't
it's
know.
kind of wild.
What happened? Because the first 15 minutes of the Arkansas game, they looked incredible. So, like, well, I don't know.
Is it because we're playing down competition, right? Is it like the UAB, what people said about the Tiger football team playing UAB? It's bad competition. It's hard to get up for that. So they just don't care. That's the logic that they put out for football. But I can look at this. I'm seeing dudes, and we've talked about this. The whole roster is essentially composed of long, lean guys, but no one rebounds worth a damn. You have Tedford, Sincere. Like no one rebounds.
I mean, like against San Fran, they did.
Well, it's one game though. I mean, you're seeing more games thus far. I mean, granted, we're 1-2, but you're seeing more games thus far where people don't give a shit about rebounding. Like, why is Aaron Bradshaw? And I know he's in foul trouble one game, so it's going to throw off the numbers. He's averaging 2 rebounds a game at 7 feet. That's wild to me. Mm-hmm. Silla is not playing much. 18 minutes a game, under 4 rebounds a game. Like, what are we talking about here? How can you not have a big that can't rebound? Seems like a kind of a disaster. It's not even like team rebounding, I would say. I don't even think you can get away with this being team rebounding because we've seen that before. You rank 344th in the nation in rebounding right now. Again, small sample size. Maybe it gets better. But you can't tell me that doesn't matter. It seems like it's a problem.
So do you think there's anything, we asked this question, we were asked this question on Tigers Live after the UNLV game. Do you think this team is capped, or do you think there's things that are fixable? Do you think that any of the problems that you're seeing are fixable?
I think the effort problems are
it seems
fixable.
pretty capped, I'll be honest.
You can find.
It depends what you're talking about, right?
You can find 5 guys that'll give effort.
Yeah, you'll find guys that will give effort, but effort in what? Like fighting for a loose ball? You're still going to have hella turnovers.
Maybe
you
this all
a roster of dudes who haven't shown that they can shoot consistently.
Maybe we just need Hassan healthy.
I think that's a massive part of it too.
Maybe.
I think he's a big cog that's missing. Penny has spoken very highly of him. Because I think once he comes on the floor at 6'8", a guy who can rebound, a guy who can shoot, a guy who can put the ball on the floor, you make 2 or 3 of those bigs just obsolete. You just make them just not even matter, right? Like, yeah.
I mean, obviously he's not going to fix everything, and I was kind of joking saying that, but
he may. I don't know. At this point, anything is going to be better because the shooting is ass, rebounding is ass, effort is ass, and there's times where it just doesn't look like anybody cares. And we've been saying, oh, let's get these guys together and let's let them build this community and this friendship together. These dudes look like you just randomly picked them from a YMCA and put them together. They don't play well together by any means. And maybe they're missing a glue guy. I don't know. But it's rough watching.
You would think Doug McDaniel would be the glue guy, right? Like you would think he'd be the glue guy, the guy that he's got the most experience, has played at the highest level.
Yeah.
And I think his frustration is very evident on the court. I don't know if y'all noticed that. It's very, very evident. He is very frustrated. And I just don't think he is like, I think we kind of assumed with Doug coming in that he'd be a guy like you would almost look at him like a Kendrick Davis type of small guard, lead guard who could score whenever he needed to, so fast, all that kind of stuff. And he is a fast player, but he doesn't have the shot, the ability to finish at the rim, the way that
he doesn't have.
Yeah,
I think the biggest thing, like, I don't know who on this team is like the vocal leader.
Yeah,
you know what I like. Who in the team brings all the guys together outside of the staff?
Do you know who I think it is? Honestly, I think it's Ashton Hardaway.
And that's I'm not trying to be funny, but that's probably a problem being he's the coach's son. That's just me being realistic and having played on teams before.
I just saw him a lot in that UNLV game. He talked a lot.
Yeah, but that's good. And he should. I'm just saying, like, I think a big difference in Kendrick and Doug was also Kendrick's personality and the way that he carried himself and like, let's just say, like, Doug's not going to go into a post-game press conference and say he's a bad MFer, call himself that. I guarantee you that. That's just the dude Kendrick was, like.
Sure.
Let's not forget that team also had Alex Lomax and
I know.
DeAndre Williams. Like, that was there was zero shortage of leadership on that team.
Exactly. And I think there is a shortage of that on this team. I don't know who that is on this team, and I don't think any of them know who it is. I think it could be a guy like Thedford based on what I've heard and how he plays, but that's also asking a lot of
a sophomore,
true sophomore.
Yeah.
That's from here, and he's 3 games into his first year at Memphis. You know what I mean? Like, next year, 100% it could be him, easy. But it probably also puts him in a weird place with all these, he's got guys that have come from all over the place, a lot of them older than him. Like, that's putting him in a little bit of a weird spot as an underclassman. So I don't know. I think that's a big piece that's missing. And maybe Hassan's that guy. I don't know. There's been some reports that he's got a little bit of
he's an asshole
nutcase mentality.
Penny called him his Draymond Green earlier in the offseason.
And absolute nutcase.
Yeah.
I'd love that. Yeah. Is he kicking dudes in the or nard punching people?
He's the kind of guy. He's the kind of guy that would get dunked on, like Draymond got dunked on by Wemby, and still talk shit. Like, that's kind of who he is. But
yeah, that's.
I think Penny talked about it, and this is where I think you'll see it, and I think it'll be better when he does this. He talked about at the beginning of the season how he wanted to be able to run 11, 12 guys, right? 10, 11, 12 guys. And I think part of the fixing of this is going to be playing 6, 7 guys, right? Like, exactly. Like, shutting that rotation down until, like, in terms of your bigs, I understand.
How long is it going to take to find those 7 or 8 guys? I'm not saying the reverse.
Those 6 or 7 guys?
No, the 7 guys. There's 0 chance that this team can play only 6 people.
Let's look at this roster and see who that would be.
Who would you? Yeah, who are you gonna pick? 6 guys. I'm not picking the Sasan guy. I know Kenny's trying to talk me into it.
No, I'm not saying do that. All right, let's go. Just say yes or no next to these names. Are you ready? Here we go.
Sure.
Doug McDaniel.
Yeah, because he's the best.
You have to. He's the arguably the best player on the team.
All right, Curtis Givens III.
I think you have to.
I would say yes.
Who else?
Based on effort alone.
Sincere
Parker. Who else you going to play?
Sincere Parker.
Can we come back to that one?
I guess. I don't know.
Whoa, what? He's the best offensive player on the team.
I guess. I don't know.
All right.
I've not
I'm
been
gonna
impressed.
I'm gonna go down.
I'll give it
I'm
to
gonna-
you. I would probably add him regardless at the end of the day. So I'll just go ahead and add him. But
All
I
right,
have
here we
not
go.
been impressed.
with Sincere. He's the
Yeah,
only
haven't been
shot
impressed.
creator on this team. He's the only guy that can score.
That's not saying much, Kenny.
I understand that, but he's getting 21 minutes a game right now, third on the team, and he's shooting the ball like he's shooting 51. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Like
many
he
shots-
shot 8 shots last night. He played 16 minutes, had 1 foul, and shot the ball 8 times in the game.
Okay, well, he
I'm
should
like,
have shot it 16 times.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. You
I've
got to
been
get him
impressed.
more shots. All right, here we go. I'm going to go down the list. I'm going to go further down because I think we're going to do a bunch of yeses here for a second. A-Rop.
No.
Okay. What about Tarek Ingram?
I say no.
Okay.
I think you will. I really do think you'll come back.
I think
to
he
that
has
one.
to be,
I'm
right?
not going to
Like,
say
I mean,
yes.
you
but
guys
I
are
think
about
you
to
come
eat up
back
your
to that one.
6 immediately.
All right. What about Simon Majok?
Yes.
Okay. What about Aaron Bradshaw?
No.
No.
What about Julius Tedford?
Yes.
Yes. You have to.
What about Tierno Silla?
I don't know. I feel like I like Tierno, but I'm also like, what is he?
What does he do?
Yeah, I don't know.
What about Zach Davis?
No.
Good God. What about Quante Berry?
I think I would. I'd add him before I'd add freaking Zach Davis.
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah.
Ashton Hardaway is the last one.
I don't think Ashton's played that bad. this
Ashton's been great for this team.
year.
He's been
I
great.
say, yeah, that's got to be 7 for me. What was that? Doug, Kurt, Tedford,
That was my
Good
6.
job. Ashton, Quante, Sincere.
You had
But then
6.
what about when Hassan comes back?
Well, TJ has one more he can add. He could add Hassan at the
No,
7.
my 6. I'll give it to Ashton over. I'd give it to Hassan. I'd look at this dude. Didn't do anything amazing at freaking Rio Grande Valley. I'm not gonna trust him to be someone that's just gonna play up a level and be awesome all of a sudden.
I think that's very fair because
Maybe he will be. I don't know.
we put
Maybe
a
it's
lot of
William
trust-
Wharton. I don't know.
Wait, why is William Morton not? Because he hasn't played a minute. That's why. All right, yeah, I didn't go William Morton or the Mason Matthew kid.
I mean,
Well,
for
yeah,
good
they haven't
reason.
played, so that doesn't make me. Yeah, that doesn't help me any here. Because if those
I
dudes
mean-
can't touch the court right now, where you already have 13 dudes touching the court,
It's not good. And this is a terrible development for the Tigers this year, but I think Aaron Bradshaw and Zach Davis are virtually unplayable at this point. Like, I don't see how you play them, especially Zach Davis.
Okay, TJ. Hassan last year in 31 minutes at number 15 Creighton had 26 and 11 with 4 assists and 4 steals. At number 19 Wisconsin in a 3-point loss, 36 minutes, he had 19 and 8 with an assist.
Trey, a couple of years ago, there was a running back for Charlotte.
In one
They had-
game, I gave you 2 against top team on the road.
Get
The
out
Charlotte running back.
A blind nut will find a
do not
squirrel.
compare those 2 basketball programs to a Ryan Silverfield coach team on the road ever again.
I'm just saying, dude. I'm not. Here's the thing:
Has
is
that
you
guy
name
ever played
2
another snap
games.
of football again?
2 games. How many games did that guy play last year? I know it wasn't the whole year,
He got hurt.
but Hassan played how many games? Let's say he played half the season. Let's say he played 16 games. You're talking 2 games. Turns out the
picked
masses
two
say
that
he
were-
sucks ding dong.
That's not. I mean, he had better stat lines than that. I'm picking out the 2 against notable ranked opponents on the road. I mean, here's one he had 20 and 6, 22 and 12, 19
He
and
had
8,
notable stat lines.
5,
Yes.
24
and
with 4
3.
steals. What?
He averaged 13 and 3 in the Southland Conference. I'm not impressed. I'll change my mind when I see him play. Maybe,
I
probably
think-
not.
I don't think
You're
TJ's
saying-
out of line
And
here.
you're saying in the Southland Conference, he played like 2 conference games. All of that was against his out of conference
Regardless,
schedule.
he's done nothing. I'm not going to assume that he can come in and be our savior until I see it. Because you can make this same argument
I
about
didn't
Mason
say he was our
Matthews, about
savior.
William
I was
Wharton.
just putting him in the freaking 7-man rotation.
Right. You got to
Why?
play him.
You're playing
He was
7 guys,
and
and you're
be an
playing a dude you've
All-American.
never seen touch the ball.
Because I've seen everybody else on this team touch the ball, and I would rather risk it with this guy.
Oh man, you could have really driven that home, been like, and they all suck.
Look, I'm buying into Tarek Ingram's stock. I think that's someone they need to play more because I've seen enough from the bigs we have now, and there's no way that he is worse. And that's essentially what you're saying here about Hassan, and I get it. I don't know.
I mean, I think
There's no way he could be worse than Zach Berry or Zach Davis, excuse me.
I think the front court moving forward is that Hassan Tarek front court. At least it gives you the most beef and the most opportunity to do something like some physical presence in the paint. Hassan is a physical presence in the paint, and so is Tarek. The other guys, like even Scylla, I think he's active, but
Well, there's 7-footers that want to play like more
Be
outside.
wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but against Ole Miss, how many minutes did Bradshaw play?
I don't even talk about it. My dude played 20 minutes and had 1 point and 1 rebound.
He shot the ball once in that game. He had 1 field goal attempt in that game. Like,
there was a point in the game last night where there was a loose ball near him and he could not bend over to pick the ball up off the court. Like it was like his back was hurting. He's a 30-year-old man that's been freaking doing yard work all day.
I don't
He was
understand.
like bending over to pick up the ball.
He was a 5-star, went to Kentucky. Like, it does not make sense. What did the Monstars come and steal his power? Wasn't he like a
He
top
looks
5?
awful.
Yes, he was number 5 overall
Yeah.
in the country. The number 1 center.
the only thing that I would say about Aaron Bradshaw is you would hope that at some point in his athletic endeavors in the NCAA would say, I'm not going out like this. Like, I'm not going to spend 5 years and get punked everywhere I go.
Here we go.
And
I'm looking at his.
But he hasn't shown that. Like, he hasn't shown a willingness to be able to not be put in that position.
I'm looking at his 247 page, and he was evaluated by Adam Finkelstein on July 24, 2022. Bradshaw has elite tools for developing modern day big with size, mobility, fluidity, multiple bounces, good hands, use of his left, signs of budding jump hook, a high release in the lane, and a very soft touch that extends out to the arc. He's also one of the best rim protectors in the country. Have yet to see that. Does he even have a block?
I've yet to see anything you just said.
And then here we go. His motor, which was a concern as an underclassman. I'm not reading the rest of that because I think he's gone back to having a low motor.
Dude, listen to this. We talked about how big this team was and how they were going to be a physical presence. There is not a single player on this team that is averaging more than 1 block. Tierno Silla, Simon Majock, Aaron Bradshaw. Tierno Silla and Simon Majock lead the team in blocks per game with 0.7.
And Simon plays like 6 minutes a night.
He plays 10 minutes a night. Yep. And Aaron Bradshaw, Ashton Hardaway, Curtis Givens III, Zach Davis, Julius Tedford average 0.3 blocks per game, and everybody else averages 0. I mean, but it's like the stats tell you what your eyes are seeing already, and that's that they have. Like that's the problem. Like they have zero identity on both offense and defense at this point. And that is the part where you go, well, then what do we do here? Like Penny said before the game against UNLV that he has spent the entire week working on defensive identity and culture and all that. And I'm like, none of that. At the risk of like, you know, you practice all your time on defense saying, okay, our defense will carry the day and offense will just kind of do what it does. It's nothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, Kenny. Penny came out and said that this team's identity was going to be defense, and then we proceeded to scrimmage Auburn, who almost hung a hundo on us. You know, I think I got everything I needed to know right there.
Well,
I guess it was a scrimmage, whatever.
They also just took
90.
They also just took Houston to the brink, right? Number 1 team in the country. Auburn did.
I mean, we gave up 92 points at home.
Yeah, we gave up 92 to UNLV. Like that's worse than what you're saying with Auburn. Auburn's a good team.
Well, it was the back and forth of like we're a defensive team, and then literally the next day, 90. It was insane. But yes, your point stands, right? I'm with you.
92 to UNLV is wild business. That is wild. But guess what?
Man,
they played number 1 Purdue on Thursday.
Yeah, we got a free shot.
Should be a close game.
Just so everybody knows, minus 33.5 is not the actual line. You know, they only
hasn't
have
come out yet. That's just what I've set it at.
I think it has come out. I thought I saw it come out at like minus 10.5.
No.
That seems illegal.
It
definitely seems wild, but let me check and see the score.
I mean, Ken Palm has it at 10. I mean, 12. Yeah, 86-74. I would
put all the money
if it's
all the money in my wallet, just $7 and I think a quarter.
If it's Purdue minus 10.5, I am putting a lot on Purdue to cover that.
But here's some shit that doesn't make sense though: is we will play Purdue to the wire after that UNLV game. And then you play Southern Illinois and you win by 1 point. And then you play whoever else is next, Baylor, and you play Baylor close, but then you just keep getting fucking stomped by these shit teams at the same time. That's the stuff that they do that doesn't make any sense. But
yeah, I don't know about that.
But guess what? You can come and watch the Purdue game against Memphis
if you're brave.
At Mugshots Grill and Bar out in Collierville, 4:30 p.m. on Thursday. Come hang out with us. It'll be a blast.
In all honesty, if you haven't been to Mugshots, that place is delicious, by the way. Anytime we're in Collierville, we will go to Mugshots and eat.
Somebody was talking crap about Mugshots online last night, and I'm like, bro, every burger that I've had there is ridiculously good. Like,
yeah. I mean, it is it's bar food, right? So let's set your expectations from the jump. But it's pretty damn good.
Bar food is awesome.
That's good, man.
Hey, to help us drown our sorrows, there's going to be cocktail specials. There's going to be beer specials. There's going to be big screen TVs with the game on. From what I understand, I did hear, like, honestly, and this is no joke, the Purdue Alumni Association in Memphis is coming to the game too to watch at Mugshots. So that's going to be interesting.
I don't need that in my life.
We're about to be 1-4 before we come back.
I don't want to watch some dude named Braden freaking blow our backs out.
Whoa, Jesus Christ.
This dude's going to be shooting 70% from 3.
Yeah, I'm not real excited to.
Remember that stat, by the way. I think he may actually shoot 70% from 3 in that game.
Didn't they got that huge dude, the center that we wanted.
Yeah, the kid from South Dakota.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, who's going to defend him?
Simon Majok. Who
Bradshaw.
Who for some reason, Simon Majok looks like a newborn baby deer when he's running up and down the court. But as soon as he gets the ball, he looks so smooth and has awesome touch around the rim. I'm like, where how is this go? How are you making baskets right now? Like,
I'm not joking. I really hope that he stays. Because I think
Yeah, I
he
mean,
like I think that's somebody Penny could legitimately develop, and then like even next year could be really good.
he's 18 years old. Yes, he can be very good.
here's
I'm
the problem though,
excited.
is that people don't stick around.
I know, but I'm like, maybe he's different. He's not from here. He's only been in the US for like 3 weeks.
I don't know if it's always the players. I think that these people are getting skedaddled. You know what I mean?
I think Penny has said in multiple press conferences that he recruited this team to stay.
Oh gracious. I hope not.
He's got 9 dudes
Everybody?
on this. He's got 9 guys on this roster that could come back next year. You got to have it at some point. You can't keep doing
Well,
the
not
50
with this group, Kenny, based on what
Yeah,
we've
I
seen
agree.
so far. Like
No, I agree that you do have to have that, right? You do have to have some of those guys come back, because not even just from like a basketball direct standpoint, but like even from a fan standpoint, even from an NIL standpoint, people are tired of giving their money from an NIL perspective to dudes that are like, you can literally just go grab anyone who is 6'5" and put a blue jersey on them and have them hold up a sign that's like, come eat at Mugshots Grill to watch the Tigers play. And you would probably think that they play for Memphis Tigers because they're tall and look like athletic, and they're wearing a pseudo Tiger jersey, because no one knows these dudes. And that's the problem, right? Every year is
Blake
a turn.
Hoffman Wren is averaging 18 and 15.
Oh,
What?
that dude is gonna crush. He's so good.
See?
He's like
saying the same thing I am. We're gonna get our backs blown out, but he just won't say it.
he's a potential like player of the year type player. He's so freaking good. That guy is
Can we
scary.
opt out of this game? Can we just how do you opt out?
Everybody gets food sickness on the way over to the Bahamas. You eat plain food and get sick.
Could you imagine a guy averaging 15 boards on your team? Like, how ridiculous is that? 18 and 15.
Yeah.
We have a team that barely puts up 15 rebounds a game. You know what I mean?
I knew that was coming.
No, we have dudes that play 20 minutes a
Obviously,
night
they
and
put up
average
more.
1 and 1. And they're 7 feet
Hey,
tall.
they have a guy who averages 1 rebound a game. He's a
In
guard,
20
but he's
minutes,
also
he's
averaging
7
17
feet
points a game.
tall.
No.
18 and 15.
They should let us borrow
freaking
just some of their
ridiculous.
guys, some of their back end guys.
He had 15 boards against Akron and 15 boards against Alabama.
Yeah, and they went to Alabama and just physically just beat on them.
Kaufman, Wren, and Clough are going to out rebound our entire team by themselves.
That seems
All right.
fair.
Let's get into what is this?
Depression?
Is this the right week? It's week 13, isn't it?
13, yeah.
It's already displaying. I can't fix it. TJ, you're having a hell of a... No, it's 12 because we both have 11 games up there. It is week 13, though. We skipped a week. You're right.
Yep. South Carolina almost won that bad boy outright, but
I know.
they
was
still
a heck of a
covered my bet.
You got the cover, so you're 8-3. I can't remember what I picked, but I know it hit.
A likely story. Trey's having a shit year, and all of a sudden he can't remember who he picked. He's like, yeah. I covered. We're good.
Wasn't it? Now you're gonna make me go back and look. I put that up there knowing that I picked hit, and now
it's got to have factual information. I mean, I can't just let you make it up as you go. You know what I mean?
Know what I mean?
Well, while Trey's dilly-dallying, I'll go ahead and say mine. Week 13, I'm going to take Syracuse to cover that 35.5 against Notre Dame. And some of you may be surprised by that, but 35.5, that's a lot of points, dude. That's absurd. I saw it, and they covered against Pitt.
Yeah, they blew their backs out.
Thank you. Amen. But 35.5, I saw it, and I was like, that doesn't seem right. I went to FanDuel. I confirmed it. It is 35.5. That just seems like a lot of points.
Wait, for what game?
And Notre Dame and Syracuse. And Notre Dame's trying to build up Jeremiah Love's Heisman campaign so that linebacker down in Texas Tech doesn't get it. They're freaking Texas Tech is putting a linebacker in to have him rush for touchdowns to help build his Heisman campaign. And I think Notre Dame is going to solely work on just feeding running backs and wasting clock. So I think Notre Dame gets out of there with a win, obviously. But Syracuse is covering the 35.5. That's a ton of points.
I'm looking at the board.
Have y'all seen the Yeah, you're fine. Have y'all seen the Jack Rodriguez thing? The linebacker that they're trying to get the Heisman?
No.
No. Okay. So, for all intents and purposes, his stats are outrageous for a linebacker. Like, I'll give him that.
Pause. My official pick is Oklahoma -7.5 hosting Missouri.
Wow.
Okay. Continue with linebacker Heisman.
Yeah, he's just a linebacker for Texas Tech. And not just a linebacker, he's arguably the best linebacker in college football this year.
For
right?
this?
Texas Tech for the most part. A lot of people are. He's got a 6 dash. He kind of looks like
I saw a picture of this dude the other day.
Yeah, 6 dash. He is sitting at, it looks like 97 tackles right now. 97 tackles, only 1 sack, but he has 7 forced fumbles and 4 interceptions per Espen. And now he has a rushing touchdown because they're putting him in on offense to let him run it in for a touchdown.
That's awesome.
Well, he gets down a goal line and he's just a bulldog. They just hand him the ball at quarterback and he's like Wildcat running it in.
TJ, did you happen to see the dude on TikTok he's done all kinds of crazy stuff like How Can I Win? Who did the one that had a running back that had 0 rushing yards all year but won the Heisman?
You talking about that running back for Charlotte a couple years ago?
He sure as hell didn't have 0 rushing yards because he had like 245.
No, I did not see that.
But basically, he would get it all the way down to the 1-yard line and run it in with him every single drive that they scored. So then at the end of the game, if he'd have like 10 total yards because he ran it in from the 1 10 times, he would just run backwards to make sure he got -1 or 0 yards. Anyway, it worked. He ended up winning the Heisman because he rushed for like 53 touchdowns or something in 0 yards.
It's impressive. So let it be known, there are only 2 linebackers that have 4 interceptions. And this Jack or Jacob Rodriguez, whatever his name is, he has 4. And 4 interceptions at linebacker is pretty damn hard.
Mm-hmm.
So I get why they're pushing for it, but
he committed to Texas Tech as a quarterback.
Interesting. I thought he played at Virginia, though.
Well, this is him, and it has him class of 22. It's clearly him without the mustache.
Oh, then it's not him then, right? Maybe I'm misremembering this guy.
Oh, no, yeah, you're right. Okay, sorry. It has him signing with Virginia. It's just got him. He was a quarterback. I guess technically an athlete, but then at the top it says position QB 6'2", 205.
Makes sense now why they're trying to feed this dude. Kenny, do you know who we're talking about at all?
I do not, no.
Trey, do you have a picture of Mr. Rodriguez pulled up by chance?
Yeah.
Make sure you get a good, respectable one of the mustache. You know what I mean? I don't think Trey had a picture of him pulled up.
I do. It won't let me add. It says remove other media stream something from the. See, that was all Kenny's fault.
That's a mustache, bro.
Isn't that a good mustache, dude?
That's great.
I make him the Heisman just for that mustache.
Yeah, that's great.
It's really going to ruin the aesthetic of all the Heisman commercials, though.
Why?
Just all these quarterbacks hanging out, and every now and then a running back makes a comment.
Mm-hmm.
And you have this freaking linebacker. You think you're funny? You think you're funny?
All right, let's race
let's jump into the beer, dude. What are we talking about?
here. My first nasal drip's making me cough nonstop.
There it is. Run. It's got a little doggy on the front. You may not be able to see it, but he's got multicolored eyes.
It does. That was the
Yellow.
first thing I noticed. Oh, TJ, you know what I just realized?
What, dude?
The Ghost River tree is on the bandana around his neck.
Is that what that is? Oh, yeah, you're right.
That's a good touch. I like this one.
I like the heterochromia, dude. The little nice little touch there. Why does he have multiple eyes? It's probably an exact replica of someone's dog. Cool can. I mean, it's missing some stuff to it. I'm not gonna lie, but I like the fact that it's telling people to go adopt a dog. Go get you a dog. I don't know, just something else. It's just red can, yellow words.
I like it. I like the pup. I will say the font on here, the around portion of this is a little bit difficult to read.
It is a little difficult to read. 6.8 from me.
Like at first you're like, what is it's a run? What? I like it. Props for the dog. I love that they added the detail of the Ghost River tree in the bandana. What'd you say? 6 what?
6.8. I like it, but I just feel like it's missing a little
I like
much.
it too, but I think I'm going in the.
Just
I'm
a
going to
little
go like 7-1. Shout out to Simon Majak. TJ, how'd you feel about the beer?
It was good. It was malty. I don't really care for the malty. I had to keep drinking water. I just took a sip just to kind of clear it out. But I will say, I think I could drink 2 of these if they are on tap. I don't think for some reason two of these in a can I wouldn't like.
We're Untapped.
I know. I'm on the fence, especially with it being kind of cold outside too right now, like chilly, I should say. I think I could drink 2 of these, so I'll give it a 7 flat, but it's right on the fence.
I liked it. The maltiness did not bother me. I thought it was good. Like you, it feels like a good fall beer. I think I would, if I had another one right now, I think I would be down to drink it. So I'm gonna go like 7.6 on this. Shout out to Taco Fall.
That's still a pretty good beer score. It's a good beer score. Tigers Untapped approved this run around here.
Hey, before we get out of here, we had 2 former Memphis Tigers playing in the NBA tonight.
Hey, dude, shout out to freaking Musa starting.
Musa got his first start of the year tonight, and he played 26 minutes, 5 points, 10 rebounds. Let me see, all stats. He had 2 blocks, 1 steal, and 1 turnover in 26 minutes. Then, friend of the program, former Memphis Tiger great. Let me find it. Jalen Duren, the starting center for the Detroit Pistons, the Eastern Conference #1 seed Detroit Pistons. They sit at 12-2 on the season.
How good would Jalen Duren be on this team?
Oh, good God.
On any team
that
we've ever had.
Are y'all ready for this? He played
No.
29 minutes in the game.
He's been having some freak stat lines.
31 points, 15 rebounds, 3 assists, only 3 fouls. He had 0 blocks, 0 steals, 1 turnover. 31 and 15 on 12 of 13 shooting from the field, 7-11 free throw shooting in the game. Jalen Duren is a monster.
The freak of nature.
Yeah. He had a game earlier this season where he did something very similar to that. I don't remember exactly. It wasn't against the Grizz. I can't remember who exactly it was again. It was after the Grizz game, actually. But another game where he put up like a 20, almost like a 20 and 20. I know it wasn't 20 and 20, but it was something absurd like that. He's just a freak.
Yeah, he had 22 and 22 versus Utah.
Okay, so maybe it was 20 and 20, yeah.
3 assists and a block.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. Absurd.
And he had 24 and 18 versus Boston in a win in 28 minutes.
Speaking of Boston, shout out for Josh Minot getting some minutes every now and then.
Oh, he's starting for them.
Now and then, yeah, he's been a
monster for them the last like 4 or 5 games.
I've only seen like 2 games where he's actually been good, so I'll just trust you on that. But playing nonetheless is a big deal.
Shout out to the former Memphis Tigers. Guys, let's get out of here, man. It's late, and we've been going for an hour and 22 minutes.
This is supposed to be a 30-minute show. Come back if we're back next week. I don't know. If we're 1-4, we may not be. If we beat the number 1 team in the nation, we'll have a live emergency show on Thursday.
Yes.
From Mugshots.
And Kenny will get a tattoo on his ass.
I already have one. I'll get the right butt cheek covered this time.
Of Simon Majak drilling 3-pointer.
That's right.
Come with the cold beers, play with hot takes. We out.
If you enjoyed this episode of Tigers Untapped, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Like and subscribe at Bluff City Media's YouTube page.